There are only four kinds of people in the world: those who have been caregivers, those who are currently caregivers, those who will be caregivers, and those who will need a caregiver. Rosalind Carter. We celebrate caregivers. We listen to and learn from caregivers. We champion the caregivers and offer wisdom and guidance in our new podcast, Care to Listen. We hope you will. In today's episode, Courage and Fierceness, read by caregiver Lisa.
My name is Lisa. I live in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I'm a family caregiver of my 11-year-old son, Silas. He has a rare genetic disorder called SMARD, spinal muscular atrophy with respiratory distress. Silas is unable to breathe on his own, therefore he requires 24/7, 365 care, which requires quite a bit of courage. In the familiar film, The Wizard of Oz, the travelers on the yellow brick road each seek a specific virtue. The Tin Man, love. The Scarecrow, wisdom. The Lion, courage. Dorothy, security. All are very worthy character traits. For today's podcast, our focus is on courage. We long to be recognized as courageous. So much of what a caregiver does is stressful, underappreciated, winging it as one goes, and it is difficult. If we are being honest, many times we are scared. We are afraid of making a mistake, upsetting the beloved one in our care. We are frightened of failing. All that being so, the fact of the matter is that we keep doing the labor. We keep learning, we keep trying, we keep caring. Courage is continuing onward in the face of one's fear and anxiety. Courage is quelling the panic, gleaning the information, and taking the necessary action. While taking a walk on a local trail, a mother and her young daughter, she dressed in full Supergirl attire, cape, boots, skirt, royale blue shirt, emblazoned with a capital S, were also taking a stroll. Farther down the path, the daughter, looking very frustrated, was sitting on the ground removing her boots. "You okay?" asked Mom. The child replied, "I got rocks in my boots." To which Mom wisely said, "That's all right. Even Supergirl gets rocks in her boots." Too often we mistake courage for some kind of superhero invincibility. This mindset projects strength, always present and never fleeting. There is nothing we cannot handle, nothing outside of our abilities. Let us save the superhero persona for the cinema. We are caregivers. We are not Captain America. We get frustrated. We feel that we've got one nerve left and someone is jumping all over it. We feel exhausted. We feel that literally or metaphorically, we too get rocks in our boots. It is our vulnerability that is our strength. To quote Brené Brown, vulnerability is not weakness. It is our most accurate measure of courage. Be willing to admit you don't know everything. Ask for help. Know when you need to find time, make time, and take time to renew, recharge, and reboot. She was a caregiver in her 60s. She cared for her adult daughter who had multiple disabilities. Before the passage of the Americans with Disability Act, she made certain her daughter was included and involved. She told the choir director her daughter loved to sing and was a lifelong member of the congregation and wanted to be in the choir. The altos, the sopranos made room and offered support when they were asked. The mother asked the daughter what she wanted to do and then gathered the information and compiled the resources to enroll her in a technical school. The caregiver was worried and afraid, yet she encouraged and supported her daughter's independence. The caregiver made a list of questions and asked each one of the doctors and was pleasantly persistent until she received the answers. This caregiver of courage was never dressed in cape and tights. This woman of courage wore blue jeans, cardigans, sneakers, and bifocals. When we think about courage, our thoughts turn to caregivers. It is courage that makes the wellness and happiness of the beloved in one's care a priority. It is courage that reads and studies and learns all aspects of the course of treatment and the care plan for one's beloved. It is courage that offers support and shares with other caregivers the lessons learned from one's experience. There is not pre nor pretend, there is presence and persistence. Caregivers are humble. Caregivers are honest. Honest about the struggle, honest about the future, honest about their hopes, honest about their fears. Winston Churchill said, "Fear is a reaction, courage is a decision." Caregivers have decided to be there and to care with love. Caregivers have decided to care with wisdom. Caregivers have decided to care with courage. At the conclusion of The Wizard of Oz, the protagonists each receive a tangible gift, symbolic of the virtue they pursued. The Tin Man gets a testimonial in the image of a heart. The Scarecrow receives a diploma. The Lion receives a medal. And Dorothy, she receives no tangible gift. She is told that the gifts she needed were already present within her. She just needed to realize it. So too, caregivers, the courage to care is already present with you. Be of strong heart, prudent wisdom, and persistent courage.
Thank you for joining Care to Listen. Care to Listen was written by Sally Jo Snyder. Each episode is narrated by a unique caregiver. Developed resources reported in this podcast are supported by the National Library of Medicine, National Institutes of Health, under Cooperative Agreement Number UG4LM0-12342 with the University of Pittsburgh Health Sciences Library System. The content is solely the responsibility of the authors and does not necessarily represent the official views of the National Institute of Health.